This is your captain, Aiden speaking. We had some technical difficulties with this week's episode, but we didn't want to scrap it all. The recording started to screw up towards the end with some dropped words and even sentences that were lost. So it's a little bit weird to hear, but if you can get through that, then we've got some quality content for you. We now return you to your in-flight entertainment.
What is your favorite anime?
Mine's Skrillex.
Skrillex.
I'm so distanced from human sensibilities and stuff.
Was getting caught part of your plan?
Put your tray tables up with your seat in the full upright position, because this is The Flight Plan, the official podcast, a big guy for you Scanlations, Japan's #1 Bane posting, manga Scanlation podcast. Join the flight crew, Tom and Aiden, as we bants about all the anime, the manga, and the Scanlation content. What are we talking about today, Tom?
Well, today I think we're going to do something very special. We're going to be trendsetters. We're talking about this upcoming season of anime.
So that's fall 2018. We got all the best animes.
And the reason I say that we're trendsetters is because just you watch, I'm making a prediction here, in about a week or two, maybe even 3 weeks, all of your famous like YouTube, anime, e-celeb dudes are going to start talking about this. Call it a hunch, but that's my prediction.
I even think that one of the ones that we talk about, one of the animes, is going to end up being pretty popular. So I think you can put that all on our shoulders.
Perhaps even the anime of the season, but who knows? I mean, it's big talk, definitely, but I think it'll pan out. Well, before we get into it, what kind of top of the show stuff do we have?
A bunch of people have rang their flight attendant call button throughout the week and have left us these beautiful comments. Devin Jackson leaves us a great comment that says, "You guys are my favorite podcast. I even have notifications on. Got to grab some peanuts and strap in every Sunday." That's an excellent thing to hear. I gave that a little heart emote on the YouTube. Nikki comes in to say amen to that, and so I think we're all glad to be the in-flight entertainment here, everybody at the BG4U studios.
Quite frankly, I'm flattered, but more than that, I really appreciate the in-flight joke. Mm-hmm. The peanuts.
We have the best passengers. They're in the business section. They're the highest tier first class cabin.
Didn't they stop calling it first class like a few years back?
Well, it's all branding things. Yeah, so they changed it to like economy plus. You've got business class. You've got it, and it depends on if it's international or not.
And probably even like the company as well. Like different airlines have different nomenclatures. You ever seen Soul Plane? Just real quick.
I've seen clips of it.
My favorite part, in the back of the bus, in the back of the plane, it's like a bus in that there aren't seats and you just have like railings to hold on to.
That's
For
hilarious.
some reason, that slew me.
Yeah, well, it is. I mean, that's like the funniest thing you can think of. We have Motorman V or Motorman 5, depending on however you want to do that. He says, "It's a pro tip for hiding your power level. Use Netflix. Any hobby conversation, you can just say you watch Netflix and list some popular shows. You don't even need to watch them to just say you're going to watch them and let other people tell you how good they are."
That's so smart. Dude, I'm going to start doing that because everybody watches Netflix. It's one of those things that you don't even think about, but it's true. All of my normie friends watch Netflix.
Yeah, and I actually like his part. Just say you're going to watch them, and then other people will always jump in and tell you all about them because they've seen it. You don't even have to, they carry the conversation.
True. I've even been in a conversation like that before. I think it was Stranger Things was the Netflix show. One of our friends in our group chat brought it up. Somebody, maybe even me, said, "Oh, yeah, what's that about?" And then he just, went on about the show. And it's like,
for 12 hours. I know.
You're right.
Yeah. He also says, implying inverted colors, like you're a psychopath. Going back to last week's episode where you had your computer monitor, the colors were inverted.
Only for a short while, just to mix
anything longer than the 30 seconds it takes to change it back probably means you're a psychopath.
Well, yeah, I can't confirm or deny that. I haven't been diagnosed.
He says, "I bet you also use a keyboard with blank keys instead of normal ones."
Hey, hold on. I'm not skilled enough for that. I've thought about it over the years. Like when I first heard about the concept, I thought, oh yeah, that would be kind of cool. But it's too tough, I think.
I almost bought one many years ago, back when I was more into computer. I guess I'm still into computers, but I was probably better back then than I am now. I unironically wanted a blank keyboard for a little bit, but Tom's use of inverted colors is just, it's pure psychopathic is what that is.
No, it's a cry for help. No, I thought it looked cool.
On our clip show, this hentai doujin is canon. We have Imarath who says, huh, neat. That's a great comment. Thank you for your insight. That's a good one. And I did hashtag the more you know, which is actually true. That's for Chio-chan's author, actually has a doujin that is canon. The couple in there is the parents of one of the other kids. That anime is about wrapping up pretty soon. I think the last episode is either... Just unfortunate. Yeah, it's sad. We will definitely miss Chio-chan. It was one of my favorite mangas. There's still a couple more chapters left to be translated, but now that I think it's canceled, they're taking their sweet time. So
yeah,
that's all the
season 2 will air eventually, I'm sure.
I don't think so.
Season 1 ended with like a preview of like different scenes from future episodes. There was not an explicit like season 2 announcement.
I don't think there's been a season 2 announced, and I don't think I don't even know if there'd be enough content for it but I don't know. No. I haven't looked into it. We'll have to see. But that's all of our in-flight comments for this week. Tom, do you have anything that you want to?
Yeah, well, I want to wrap up the comments corner by saying I never thought the day would come that we would have so many, well, not so many comments, but enough comments to where I think the comments corner needs curation. I think that last one was a little gratuitous, maybe, to feature in the spotlight.
Look, the plane is still boarding, so it's first come first serve. If you can get in early, you can snag a first class seat for lower prices.
Yeah, but I mean the comment was something like, "Oh, neat," or whatever it was.
Oh, huh, neat.
Oh, excuse me. Well, that makes all the difference. I don't have too much in terms of top of the show stuff, but I did want to show one more time that we are open to suggestions for mangas to scan late. I'm pretty sure I've picked one, but it doesn't hurt to have more suggestions. Maybe I'll see something better and then go with that instead. But I do want to say this one is pretty strong. It checks a lot of the boxes.
Interesting. So we're all on the edge of our seats to see what you could possibly find to be scanlating.
Let me give you a little sneak peek preview here. We've got Monster Girls, which I'm not like one of those Monster Girl guys, but I can appreciate, there is a Hot Springs chapter for those of you into that kind of thing. There's an Idol chapter. It's an IDOL.
Oh, now that hits your niche right there.
No. That's not my thing.
It's your thing now.
It's not. Let's see. There was well, now I've been thrown off course. Shoot, I just finished reading the 3rd volume. It's like 20 chapters, which is around the sweet spot of what I was looking for. 3 volumes, which is kind of cool. The only real downside is that the cleaning and redrawing, that's going to be pretty intensive. There are a lot of clear bubbles on top of art.
Hey, you could turn that negative into an asset. That just means you can have more flight school chapters.
Or you could even, because you could make one, and that would be cool. Show everyone how you do it. I even have a few pages lined up if you'd like.
Well, we'll see.
I'm still open to suggestions if you guys have anything that you think might be a good fit. And also end pages. I don't have any end page ideas, like kind of memes or jokes or whatever to do. I might just do random stuff instead of like a theme. So who knows? But I think that's it for me in terms of top of the show stuff.
Well, it's all been very exciting, but I think it's time to drum roll to get right into the premium content. Get into what everybody's sitting here for.
The Anime Minute.
Now we've pulled up myanimelist.net and we're looking at the fall 2018. Oh my God. Number 1, right on the bat. Probably, now this is Tom's favorite series. This is Sword Art Online. Are you excited for this new season of Sword Art Online, Tom?
See, this would be a good place for you to edit in like a cricket sound. That'd be kind of cool. High agency, but it would be kind of almost worth it. No, I'm not, to answer the question.
Yeah, I've never particularly been a Sword Art Online dude, or an SAO, as somebody likes to call it. It's the light novel one. Is that the one where they switch from like a fantasy MMO to an FPS and then switch to like other games and stuff?
Now, how are you going to pretend to not know what SAO is?
They all blur together. I unironically can't. I don't remember them all. And there's like other ones too. There's, what's that other one? I think we'll get to it because I think there's a season of it coming up. But I guess that's SAO. I know some people are excited for that. Digibro does a great breakdown of why it's trash.
I hear though that I think it was last season or this season, whatever, like the timeline, however that works out. Recently there was the Gun Gale Online, I think is what the game was called. I don't know what the anime's called. It's probably Gun Gale Online. But I heard that spin-off was good.
I have no idea.
So I think that one took place in the universe created by the SAO author, but he had nothing to do with the actual anime
maybe that's
story.
why. You know.
Yeah, I think that's what it was.
You know, he just had like 2 years worth of story like saved up, and it just.
It made a glopping sound.
Next one.
Yep.
We're looking at Fairy Tail. So this is actually the final season of Fairy Tail, which, if you don't know, is it looks like One Piece.
Yeah, like the main character looks like who is he? Shanks? Or no, Ace?
Well,
brother
it's
one.
got such similar art style. They were
Yeah.
both really popular at the same time. I mean, I guess they're both still going.
One
I've
Piece
read.
has been popular for like 3 decades. It's not really fair to say that something else was popular during the same time.
Sure, but like when I was getting into anime and things like that,
okay.
it was
Fair enough.
the golden days, the days that are nostalgic to me, the good days.
Yeah, the golden days are always defined as whenever you first got into it.
I used to read some Fairy Tail. I've probably read maybe 80 chapters of it. I'm not entirely sure what they're doing up to these days, but it looks like this is the final season of Fairy Tail. So I didn't know they were still doing animes, but I guess this is the end of it. I don't know if that means that the manga's done. I haven't caught up to it, but if it is done, I might go back and I might read it sometimes, because if it's complete, you know, you might as well finish it up.
The only thing I know about Fairy Tail is that my biggest dweeb friend, he says that he doesn't have a waifu. True or not, I don't know, but that's what he says. He did tell me one time that the closest thing he ever had to a waifu was a girl from Fairy Tail. That's all I know about the show.
But you don't know which girl? You're going to leave us all in suspense?
Oh, I do, but I don't know if I should say it. You know, I don't want to dox his waifu taste. I'm pretty sure it was the redhead one.
Okay, yeah, she is in the cover there, all the way to
Like
the right.
literal redhead, not like, you know, the real definition of redhead, which means orange hair. Just to be clear, because there might be an orange-haired girl. I don't know.
Probably not. I mean, I'm sure there is, but probably not in the main cast.
Yeah, not in this picture. But like I said, I don't know the property, so I didn't want it to be confusing. I think she's a knight, something like a soldier maybe.
Probably, yeah. I think they're all like magic knights. I think that's what they do. Next one, we've got Tokyo Ghoul, semicolon,
Skip.
second season. What is that?
Skip.
Does that mean that's a reboot? Do you know anything about Tokyo
Is that what
Ghoul?
that means?
I don't
No,
know. Probably
nothing.
not. I know nothing of it, and it says no synopsis yet, but it's 12 episodes by Studio Periot.
Yeah, who knows?
I've seen enough scenes of it, and I know of it that like I could be like, yeah, that's an anime, but I don't know anything about it.
I know the name. Like, if you had shown me the picture, I couldn't tell you anything about it.
Correct. Yes, that's about where I am at this time. Now we're actually getting into some good ones. Goblin Slayer. I did not know this was getting an anime, but it's a
I
cool.
did.
Yeah. So it's like, have you read or know anything about Goblin Slayer?
All I know is what one of my friends tells me, that it's really good, and I'm going to watch the anime. That's all I know. I didn't know until now it was based on a light novel.
Probably. It's almost like an isekai in the sense like he doesn't get sucked into another world, but it's that trope. Here's the guild and we accept quests. It's like a video game.
A fantasy
like,
world is what it's called. Fantasy world. It's not like
no, because it's a different
Isekais
trope.
have taken over so much that
It's a
like,
different.
when you see-
No.
Is Lord of the Rings an isekai? No, it's a
No,
fantasy
but they
world.
don't go to the guild hub and accept quests, and they're like ranked and experience. Like this is
Oh, okay.
that's a whole
Yeah,
nother
you're
deal.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a video game thing.
Yeah,
Fair
that's what I mean by that. This guy is like a high level, but he only kills level 1 goblins. Like, or not level 1, but like they're low end monsters. Like he doesn't fight any dragons, he doesn't fight wolves or anything like that. He only wants to kill goblins.
Are there like level 80 goblin kings or anything like that?
Yeah,
or are they all
and-
scrubs?
No, they're pretty ruthless, in fact. And for like a
okay.
low level monster, they're like really violent. They tear people apart. They're shifty and work in a collective group enough that they're very dangerous, very subversive. They rape heroes. It's very violent. So it's like one goblin by itself is no threat, but they're all together. They form, it's not great. They embed themselves into a society. They live in the sewers and like they'll do a bunch of bad stuff. Anyway, it follows the hero. Yeah, I know. There's a lot of parallels out there, but it is a very decent.
I can't tell how much you're memeing.
No, that's all part of the story.
Okay.
I didn't know it was an anime. I don't watch anime, but I am gonna go back and reread Goblin Slayer because I think that'll be pretty cool.
Yeah, and then I'll be able to start talking to you about it on October 7th.
Excellent. It doesn't say how many episodes there are, so it'll probably be like 12.
I think it's 12. Everything's 12 nowadays. Except for, great segue, the next one, Fooly Cooley Alternatives.
No, you're missing one.
Yeah, I skipped it.
No, we're not skipping this because what if I had content to say about it?
I don't even know what it is.
We're talking Index. We got our railgun over here, which here's my history Index.
Buckle up. This will be a long, bumpy flight.
I watched like 3 episodes of it when it first came out. I was like, oh, that's cool. And then I watched clips of the best girl, Railgun, being
Her name
Tsundere.
is Railgun?
That's her like code name or something, I think.
Oh, is that the kind of the brown hair girl?
Yeah, well, this traditional red hair, I think, but
it's looking kind of brown in this picture.
Well,
it
changes depending on who's drawing it.
If she's in railgun mode or not.
Yeah, it's kind of a cool premise. There's a lot of lore. Some of the powers are really interesting and neat. They're not like, oh, I shoot fireballs. They're more like, I can shoot lightning because I control magnetism, or accelerator.
Is this the one where this guy can control like the weight of objects? And he,
there's
like,
probably one
like
dude with a thing there with that power.
Okay, because there's some anime or something where like a dude has that power and he like picks up like, I don't know, like a heavy sign, and he like when he's holding it, it feels like what's the word, styrofoam, and then
Okay,
like
that's
he
something
swings
else.
it, and then do you know what that is?
Oh, yeah, I've read that and it's cool. Yeah, he can turn anything into styrofoam. Is what that is.
Oh, okay, that's
his
what it
power.
was.
Yeah.
Okay.
But no,
and that's the same one where there's a guy who can change the color of stuff, right?
I have no idea. That's
Okay. I don't know. This is all just stuff that I've heard from like weeb friends over the years, and it's all loosely associated information.
Let me tell you where Index and the spinoff Railgun go wrong. It's not a rom-com involving Railgun. That's the problem with it. That's the only reason I would ever watch that show. She's the best girl. Everybody else is trash. I don't care about the story. It's convoluted. Next one.
All right. Next one, skip.
FLCL alternative. Now, the first one came out in like probably 2000, and it was a fantastic anime. That was probably even one of my first animes before I even knew. I thought it was just a cartoon.
No, here's a hot take. Let me destroy your childhood. You only thought it was good because you were like 8 years old.
Liar, because I went back and watched it a couple of years ago, and it's still pretty good.
The nostalgia fueled your emotions.
Nah, it's
Maybe
unironically
because
good.
I was 8 years old, but I could never get into
It's
it. I thought
critically
it was so
acclaimed.
stupid.
It's great.
Okay. Well, so is like insert garbage here.
And Insert Garbage Here is a great show.
Nah. Sell me on Fooly Cooley. Why is it good?
I don't need to sell you on anything. Everybody else agrees. The burden of proof is on you. Like, that's
No, it's not. Because I don't remember it. So I can't say if it's good or bad based on citable reasons. All I remember is I thought it was stupid as a kid.
now it's been like a decade since the first one launched.
No, it's
and
been
so
18
they came out
years.
Okay, it's been like a decade plus 2 or times 2.
It's almost been 1 years.
Adult Swim actually kind of like trolled us all in the fact that they made two new seasons, which is crazy. They showed the first episode of the second new season first as like a teaser. So it's like they threw you into the story. Yeah, well, they threw you into the story all the way in the middle of it, like in the new. So like people had no idea what was going on. It was pretty interesting in that way.
Yeah, it seems like one of those marketing strategies where you think, yeah, it's so unique, it's cool, but as like the end consumer, I think I would be frustrated by that.
Well, I didn't watch it, and
Well, why would you?
Yeah,
because like
I
you don't
haven't even
want to
seen
jump into it.
I haven't seen any of the new FLCL, so I can't tell you if it's good or not, actually. But I am saving it up for when it's all done, because it's only like each one is like 6 episodes. So I think there's like only 12 new episodes or something like that. And it follows,
Yeah.
I think it follows a new cast, and the one main girl has those headsets that with the cat ears and the LEDs.
Oh no.
But it was awesome. This was like, I remember really liking the trope that like the guitar was the weapon, was the sword, and
Yeah, that
and
was
all
like the
different
only
types
part
of
I liked
tropes,
about
and
it.
had great music. The Pillows, I believe, is the name of the band. So I like it. So that was 3 solid ones in a row.
I might watch one episode just to see it again, but I don't know. I'm not holding my breath that it'll be good.
Ooh, we've got a fan favorite coming up. We've got God, so I can't speak Japanese at all. We got Senshun Buta Yaru wa Bunny Girl Senpai. So basically, if you
hold on, there's 4 more words.
okay, well, do you want to say them?
No, this is your job.
No, Yume wo Minai. I don't know, like, but basically it's just a bunny girl, and you know what's going on. Like, you just type in bunny girl anime, and this is gonna pop up. So now, what do you know about this one?
Nothing. I know that when I was looking for mangas to Scanly, I saw one that had a bunny girl, but she was only in like the first couple chapters. Yeah, so I think it was not this one.
Yeah, so we got Chunchunbunyu syndrome, which is puberty syndrome, a rumored mysterious syndrome that only affects those in their puberty. For example, a bunny girl suddenly appeared in front of Azugawa, the bunny girl's real identity is my Sukuru. God, these names.
Hold on, explain to me how that's an example of puberty syndrome.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm reading the doesn't
No,
make sense.
I know what you're doing, but I don't understand what the text means.
You know, and I've read like 20 chapters of this manga, and I still can't tell you what the story is. Like, so when she wears the bunny outfit, like nobody can see her or something, except for
It's
the
like
one
the Emperor's
MC.
new clothes,
Yeah,
but like
except
reversed.
except for the MC. It's like she's like a good girl in school, but then she puts it on because she's troubled and edgy and dark and doesn't want to be seen by everybody and things like that.
Does she wear it a lot in the manga? This might have been the one that I looked at.
Possibly.
I don't know. I'll have to double check.
I probably won't watch the anime, but I think the manga is finished or is about to be. So I'll probably finish up reading it just because I hate myself, something like that.
Oh
So-
yeah, check it out. I just looked in my my archives, and this was the one that I saw when I was looking for stuff to scan late. That's it. That's all I have to add about it.
Excellent.
I didn't read it because it looked really stupid, so I bet the anime will be similarly bad.
When I went and thought about this award-winning topic, I know you're on the edge of your seat. You're riveting right now. I went and scrolled through and I saw like the first 9, and I was like, wow, I know a considerable amount of these. I can talk about Index for 5 minutes and we can go through. And then I got to this one and I'm like, this is the ones where I don't know anything about any of the other ones that are coming up. So we've got Irozuku Sekai no Ashitaka Kara. I have no idea what this is.
Yeah, I don't know either.
It's a drama.
I told you there would be a lot of weird ones.
It's a drama. It's magic and romance. It's set in the city of Nagasaki. The story takes place in a world where a minuscule amount of magic remains in everyday life. Oh, that's kind of neat. So behind the scenes, I haven't read any of these summaries, and I don't know anything about it. So this is all brand new, fresh content. Hitomi is a 17-year-old descendant of a witch family. Grew up with stale emotions. Oh, what's that trope where it's like something dere, where they cool has no emotions? Kure dere.
Yeah, like K-U-U.
Oh, she lost her sense of color. There you go. That superpower would have come in handy earlier. Feeling sorry for her granddaughter's future, Koka, a great witch, sends Hitome to the past, the year 2018. Tom, that's this year. That's this year, Tom. Whoa. Though exchanges with... Okay, and then that's where... Oh, no, it doesn't cut off. I can scroll down.
You did a lot of show prep, I can tell.
Through exchanges with her 17-year-old grandmother. Whoa, what a trope. Oh.
Wow, dude.
And her club members, the story follows Hitomi's growth as a person. Okay. So, Tom, is that on the top of your list now?
You know, if I were back in my neat days, I might watch an episode of it just to see what it is. But no, probably not.
Too.
I'll probably completely skip it.
I kind of get the feeling of like Angel Beats from it, but that's probably unrelated.
I don't know what that is.
It's another one where it's like, you know, that Ed and Eddie copy pasta where they all die and it's like Rolf was from the 1920s and like they're all dead kids.
No. Oh, wait. Where it's like purgatory?
Yeah.
Like the cul-de-sac is purgatory?
Yeah,
I think
that was Angel Beats. That was the plot of Angel Beats.
I don't remember Rolf being from the...
Well, they were all from different time periods.
They all died in different time periods, right?
Yeah, in the cul-de-sac is purgatory. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's basically Angel Beats.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Yeah. I like the idea of just a little bit of magic remains in everyday life. That's kind of like today, where we all have magical miracles. Just a little bit of an idea where just every once in a while something weird happens. I think that'd be, well...
Yeah, it seems kind of slice of lifey, but with a hint of magic. I don't know. The romance tag turns me off from it, though.
I don't think it will be. I think it'll be slice of life, just by looking at the cover.
Yeah.
All right, we got Tensai Shitara Slime Dakakin.
And this is a popular manga, I've noticed. Isn't it?
I don't know. This is Rumuru Tempest is the new name of a slime in a fantasy world taken by a former 37-year-old human, Saito, after he's killed by a passing robber. Broken free from ordinary, stale past life, his fresh adventures in a fantasy world as a slime monster with unique abilities begin. I love this. His fresh adventure in a fantasy world, like it's not not ordinary and stale already. Like
No, you don't get it because he's a slime this time. He doesn't have a cell phone. He's a slime. It's completely new.
So this is a manga, you say?
Yeah.
I mean,
are you gaslighting me?
No. I've never seen this.
I thought for sure that I swear I've seen this all the time on like the most popular this month like lists.
The only manga that I've read as a slime has been Witch recruits I don't know what it's called. It's like a new witch recruits a slime as a party member, and it's like a little cute thing. But I've never seen this.
I swear I've seen the name at least before.
Well, it says it's from a manga.
There's another one though where it might be an isekai or something like at least a fantasy video game setting where somebody like made the got to the max level by killing only slimes.
Yeah,
But
that's
something different too.
I'm a level 99 witch from only killing slimes.
Yeah.
That's one of those. Yeah, so it is from a manga.
It's so
but
fresh, dude. It's so fresh.
So fresh and exciting and brand new, not stale and ordinary.
Yep. Skip. What's the next
I'm
one?
sure it'll be popular. Yeah, we've got
Oh yeah. Well.
Kishuku Gakugen no Juliet. The story takes place at Gringo Academy boarding school, where students come from two rivaling countries. Giri Gio or something. You know, I'm gonna take liberties with the Japanese pronunciations.
Well, I mean, it's less the inaccuracy of your pronunciation that was funny to me, and more the word choice.
Anyway, they're from rivaling countries known as the Black Dogs and the White Cats. It's like Persia and Inazuki are leaders of their respective dorms, but they're secretly in love with each other. Whoa! Now they must keep their relationship a secret from the other dorm mates while trying to avoid trouble.
Is this Yuri?
This is based off of a manga.
There's not a single guy in the cover, though.
Yeah, this is trash. Like, this cover, this doesn't make any sense. It's all the girls. It shows nothing what it's about. It's dumb. It's the manga cover is actually better for this. If this is the one I'm thinking of, because it's not Yuri.
This looks like Nisekoi mixed with Romeo and Juliet mixed with even worse.
Yeah, except I think there's only one girl. They're already
five
together
girls
at
on
the
this
start.
cover. What are you talking about?
I know, but there's only one girl. It's not a harem. This cover is the worst cover I've seen for an anime.
Are they even the right characters? Like, maybe it's, well, no, the title's right there, so yeah, who knows?
They're trying to get people to think it's like, oh, there's a bunch of girls in here, and then one of those tropes will be somebody's favorite girl, and they'll be like, I want that girl. Yeah, it's marketing's the worst. I tried to read it. I tried to read that several times actually, and I think the farthest I've got was like chapter 6.
Why don't you try not only once but then more than once?
I have severe mental problems where I need to read rom-coms to fill a void in my soul. So when I run out of good ones, which are few and far between, I have to go to the B tier, and when those are done, I have to end up all the way at Z tier.
Yeah, and then you have to read Kishuku Gakko no Juliet after the Z tiers are done.
Well, speaking of when those are done, it's Yagate Kimi ni Naru, which is some Yuri
I don't think there's a single
stuff.
one that I won't want to skip.
Yeah, you're gonna want to skip all
I'm so jaded.
because basically, like,
this is just shoujo Yuri garbage, you know?
Yeah, it's pretty trash.
Skip it.
You has always loved shoujo manga. Yeah, okay.
I don't get the appeal of
I don't either.
Yuri stuff.
How am I supposed to self-insert?
Like, I don't know. I don't think Yuri is for guys.
Somebody leave a comment in the messages, or leave a comment on the video and tell us what the appeal of Yuri is. Ulysses, Janane Dark to Reiken no Kishi. I think we need to have an intervention with the Japanese to tell them to use words that I could pronounce.
Well, I mean, look, they're mixing
English
like
and
lore.
It's like Ulysses is, and I think that's like Joan of Arc, or is that what it's supposed to be? That's an English name, yeah.
Like
Gianne Dark.
Gianne.
Oh. Set in the 15th century, during the 100 Years' War between France and England over the succession to the French throne. Looks like
this looks like an edgy, dark kind of like
kind of reminds me of
fiction kind of thing.
Like maybe like a Hellsing mixed with just girls with giant boobs.
Except for the little girl next to him, she looks like the daughter from Dragon Quest V.
Possibly, but look at all the other girls.
You're right. All the others are very bustuous.
Looks like some kind of vampire Fate Stay Night sort of thing. I'll probably be skipping that.
You know what though? I will also skip it if it were like a rainy day, and if I had friends in real life and one of them were over and they said, "Hey, let's watch it," I would probably watch it.
Oh, well, okay. So
I give it a
if
shot,
you have friends over,
is what I mean.
like I'll watch whatever, like because I'm just being friendly.
I wouldn't watch like Boku no Pico, to argumentum ad absurdum.
I wouldn't. Yeah, okay. We got the next one. We got Golden Cam Guy second season. This
Cam God.
Kamui Cam Guy. I don't know. I can't read. You know that.
Yeah, I know, but
this is an action adventure, historical, and a seinen, but it has no synopsis yet. But what it is, it looks like old timey dudes on a mountain with a wolf eating a dude. Yeah, I have.
Are you not familiar with this?
No.
Oh, I watched like the first half of season 1. And,
well then red list me on this.
Yeah, it's pretty cool actually. I don't know why I stopped. I guess I just kind of forgot. Like, you ever do that? Like, you're watching a show every week, and then, I don't know, you skip a week, and then it's hard to catch back up.
Yeah, but I also like to save up things and watch them all in, like, binges. I can't believe that in this day and age, they're still putting out things once a week.
Well, when like Netflix tries the opposite with anime, for example, everyone complains. Like
Well,
they wait
that's
until the end
because-
of the season to show every episode all at once. To like
Well, no,
release
but
them.
that's because, yeah, well, that's a whole different. I can't believe that they still do the TV model. You know, I can't believe people still want, like, obviously, if they're out somewhere, I want them to be out immediately.
Right.
But I can't believe that the publishers, in the first place, think that that's a great model for something like that. But I know
Right.
they're competing, you know, competing for iShare between TV and streaming sites. But I tell you for sure, streaming sites are going to win because commercials are trash. Anyway.
Yeah, which is it's insane. You know, you never really think about it, but you're paying for your TV cable, right? Or if you're in the UK, you pay for your TV license.
License.
But then you get ads as well.
Yeah.
Like
Oh, it's
Hulu did
criminal.
that too. Like if you have Hulu Plus or whatever they call it, don't they still show you ads?
Oh yeah, Hulu Plus used to show you ads, which I was like, this is
I'm paying
unforgivable.
you to see ads. Like,
Yeah.
it blows my mind.
If we lived in a world that wasn't 99% NPCs, we'd be killing these people.
That's such a meme though. Like the NPC meme is stupid.
I mean, I don't understand how, like, every day there's not, like, just riots in the street of people
Me too.
killing these people.
I think over taxes alone, man.
Yeah, oh,
Or
yeah, dude.
insurance.
I'm gonna go full libertarian and say taxation is theft, and, you know.
We might be getting too political, so let's get back to Golden Kamui. So the story is there's like the soldier dude, the dude on, well, I was gonna say on the right in the picture, but this is an audio podcast. He's like what do they call him? Like the immortal Sakamoto, I think was his name. He heard the story about like this treasure and the map for the treasure.
And it's called
Was-
One Piece, and he ate a fruit of gum gum.
Well, the treasure's probably in one piece, but the map to the location is kind of scattered about. It was tattooed on like 80 different prisoners' backs, like the map
Weird.
for it. And the way that the tattoos were tattooed on, just kind of like how they were deformed or whatever, implies that you have to kind of skin the person and lay out the whole like back skin flat.
Ew.
Yeah, so I think he's going around collecting the skins. He doesn't try to kill them because he's kind of like the good guy, but like I don't
They
know.
end up dying
It's
anyway.
weird. Yeah, most of the time. I
Interesting.
only got like 5 episodes in, but I think it's actually really good. And the little girl there, she's an Ainu villager, which is like they're Native Americans basically. And you know, she's like super survivalist, and they're like, you know, the dynamic duo, those two. I do recommend it, and one of these days I'll go back and finish watching it.
So it's so easy to have, you know, generic McDonald's anime and things like that. Like, we all know what a shonen is and everything, but I do like when a medium tells an interesting story, because that is a new story. You know, that is
Yeah.
something that you're not going to see. Like, we have a million rom-coms in America as well. I mean, so when you try something new, that's kind of what I appreciate, and that's why I think anime, you know, is sometimes good.
It's a bold stance. Anime is sometimes good, I agree.
Oh man, speaking of good anime, we got this next one. We got Orgasuke Nana wa Emoto Dakano Emoto Janai, which
I
probably
heard
means
Emoto.
twice, which probably means help, I keep tripping and I keep falling into my Emoto or something like that. Like, I don't know
Could
what that
be.
means.
Maybe that's in the light novel variant.
Yeah.
Probably not on the safe for TV anime.
Nagame is a beautiful third-year middle school student. Excellent. We're starting off on a strong foot, and is the student council president. She wrote a novel about a little sister who dotes on her older brother, and the novel wins a light novel award. After they discuss the matter, Yu is the one who debuts a proxy light novel author. It's Suzuka, pen name Chia Tawanaka. Nah, that's great. So what?
I don't know what's going on. Who's
That's like-
writing what now?
That's like I don't know, but that's like the fifth thing where I believe my little sister is a Ero manga, and they write stories about like themselves, and they fall in love with. God, it's
Yeah, dude, think how meta this is. So a real life light novel artist, probably a guy with a little. He wrote a story of a little sister who has the hots for her older brother and writes a story about that. So we're like 3 light novels deep.
And then they
like
make a
4
TV show
different
about it.
incestuous relationships, and I'm sure the director probably has the hots for his little sister.
What is it like? Was this a meme or was this something else where the director of My Little Sister Can't Be This Cute was like, he can't
think
go
that
to
was a
family
meme.
reunion he can't anymore? Like,
Yeah, I think that was from the Onion equivalent for anime news.
I think that's probably true, but I think that's funny. It's hilarious.
I wouldn't doubt it. You know, at least one of these guys, like statistically speaking.
This looks pretty generic, but I'm sure it activates your
Yeah, I'm
almonds in the
gonna
right
skip it
places.
completely.
Well, this
Looks
next
like
one's
trash.
called Radiant, and it's fantasy magic. An aspiring sorcerer. He like wizards, but he's infected. He didn't take his prep, and one of the few survived the contact from the Nemesis, creatures that have the sky to contaminate and decimate they touch. But he's immune to it. Fight with a ragtag bunch of team members to, save the day. This this seems, yep, this is it. That's an
It
anime.
looks okay though. Like if into like show fantasy, whatever, just based on the picture alone, it looks okay. It looks very competent and serviceable.
Excellent. Well, that's what we will end at high note. We've got this next one that's all type of ride D Tokugawa no Data.
What a mess.
Why do they do like half the letters are capitalized out of means where it's like, oh, you just do this, where it's like every other word is capitalized? That's what.
And they like E a lot, like re zero
Yeah,
or whatever
like
we Tokyo
reboot.
Ghoul re.
Yeah, it didn't even say re
Rewrite
anything.
it.
It just said Tokugawa re. Like re second season. It's a reboot of the second season. Like oh my god. Anyway,
This looks like a Steins Gate kind of thing.
kinda, or that one where it was about a terrorist that wanted to like blow up Paris. When a
I don't know
developer,
about
Delida, wakes up in the future from a cold sleep, his girlfriend isn't there. He realized he was never there. He decides to go years in time to that incident to keep his promise with her. Okay, well that doesn't explain
The
anything.
key to get her back is a time leap.
Oh boy,
I don't know. That
Excellent.
could be interesting, but it's probably trash. I might give it a shot.
See, the problem is the out there stuff, like things like Steins Gate, that's like once in a shot. Like it's hard
I
to
know.
do right. And even
Yeah.
then, I had to watch Steins Gate twice for me to like it, other than
Really?
than the character drama. Well, to like the plot, I guess to understand it fully, to get all the go back, and there's so many different things going on. It's like the movie Primer, where you need times to like get all the jokes
Sure.
and get all the things going on. We'll see how that goes. We've got the next one. This looks like it's Zombieland Saga, and it has no synopsis, but looks like a traditional zombie eat 'em up. Girls on the cover, and there's a dog, and he's a zombie dog, and
It looks like your classic zombie girl harem story.
Yep.
You know, I say classic as a joke, but maybe not.
no, it is now. It is now a classic trope. In fact, there's one that's going on now. I think it's called Infection, where on the cover, the whole trope of that you first meet in the manga is only wearing panties. Like she has a shirt, but she does pants for like the first 50 years. And then it's like, I
okay.
think one time she gets pants, but then they get ruined, so she has to take them back off again, and her all the time. It's like, okay, you're in a zombie apocalypse, like put on some pants. Like,
Well, girls are zombies, I think.
oh, are they?
I don't know. Well,
I don't
the
think
dog
so.
looks like a zombie, doesn't he?
Yeah, but none of the girls look like zombies. But you would never know. So
I don't know. The text says we want to live. That could be taken as or as a zombie.
I think
so who
they're
knows?
survivors.
I honestly initially thought they were zombies. Now I'm convinced that they're survivors because they don't look zombie enough.
So
All right, next one. Skip.
next one, we've got Tsurume Kazuma Kakuno Kubado Badu Badu Badu. Some sports thing. Looks like some Yayo Bay
Sorry. Yeah, it
drama.
looks like some
Drama sports.
gay stuff.
Yeah.
But-
so that's that.
School archery is cool and IPs like mangas and animes about it. And, you
Fair
know,
enough.
it's sad.
That can be your hot take for the day. So we'll move on to the
My most lukewarm take there is Go prequel.
Yeah, I was gonna bring that up. Ingress is actually based
knew it.
off of that old. It's the same company that did Pokemon Go. They made an app where you go to different locations around your town, like you collect points. Instead of gyms, you would get like bases and things like that. It was like the prototype, and they used all that data from that game to build Pokemon Go engine. That's
and then
how
they used all that to sell it to Google and NSA and everybody.
yeah, and take over
Yeah.
the world.
But hey, it's okay because you know I caught a Pikachu with a hat the other day, so it's worth it.
I caught a Jolt Screw or whatever that new Pokemon
It's
is.
cool. I didn't know that was actually in the games. I thought
Yeah,
it
I
was
told
like
you.
data mined only. Like people can catch them.
I think it's a bug.
No, it's not. Come on. What do you mean it's a bug? Like, oh, we accidentally glitched a whole new like model with animation.
No,
shinies.
it's available obviously.
Oh, could be.
Because
but I
it's
doubt
mapped. It's mapped under Kecleon. Anyway, nobody
I
knows
bet
what we're
that's
talking about.
That's yeah, okay. We'll
So
talk
let's go
about
back.
that.
Yeah. So let's go
I
back
got
to
some hot takes on that.
Ingress, the animation, not Ingress, the animation. So it's basically an anime based on that. Hasn't been popular in, I don't know, a decade or so.
I think this could be cool.
Men in Black mixed with, what was that one that Digibro did a series on? It's got 3 seasons where they're like guns that like blow people up.
Like guns?
No.
Like, what? They have guns that kill people.
No,
I
but
don't
they
know,
like blow
but
people up and things like
Dude
that.
on the left reminds me of the Persona, not the Persona, but the artist.
Yeah,
so
it
right now
does
in
have
my
that
head,
vibe.
it's SMT mixed with Men in Black. I think it could be cool, but it's probably going to be really stupid. But I might watch an episode.
That's the whole thing with, you know, you can say this with any medium, but it can either go very well or very poorly very quickly.
I guess so, but I mean, this one, like, I really have no idea if it's good or bad right now. So since it's kind of exciting with some of these.
Speaking of exciting, we got Senran Kagura, the second season coming up. Which
first season?
I didn't either. I don't even know what it's about. I don't know what the girls are. Yeah, I know, but I don't know what the games are about. Are they ninjas? Is that how it is?
I think they are, yeah. And I think it's like, I could be completely wrong, but I've always thought that there was some kind of side-scroller anime action RPG kind of thing. Well, not RPG, just action.
I thought they were more like just kind of like not a dating sim, but just as a sim stylus and like poker tits or something. I'm not exactly.
Oh, there is a game about that. I think that's where it's like you like massage or something and like her thighs. Yeah.
That sounds like it. And this, download that. Hit up the nyatorrents.com and download your Senran Kagura.
We don't officially endorse torrents, just in case FBI is listening. But here we have a third game anime in a row, and this,
which is what?
Oh, you're doing the titles.
Now you are, because I can't read half them.
Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney.
Yeah,
season
thanks.
2.
You skipped the Japanese pronunciation of it, but another adaptation of what is this? The third game that they're turning into a series?
Yeah, the season 1 games 1 and 2, and then I guess they're doing a full season out of game 3. So I imagine it will be very padded out.
Yeah, well, I've never played any of the games, but I know you've played most of them.
Well, I versed 3, and I sentenced verse 3 as well.
Now, how close are these to like Professor Layton?
Not at all. I mean, they're visual novels basically.
Yeah.
Whereas Layton has puzzle. These don't really. I mean, I guess the court scenes are kind of puzzle-like, mixed with a visual novel.
Interesting. Is it
they're
any good?
Kind of fun. I like them. Yeah, the anime season 1 was kind of like cheap and quality-wise, but I watch it for like to relive the story of the games.
There's a bunch of animes coming out this season. Probably can't hit them.
No kidding. Look at this. I'm scrolling down right now.
This list goes a long time. I was thinking
let's just hit the highlights.
So yeah, let's go through and we'll just see if any are super interesting. Speaking of another
lightning round. Speaking of
Smash or Pass. Speaking of Smash, the condition based off the Harem game for the DS or PSP, or what it is.
Well, it's probably both.
Man! On his high school graduation day, Itsuki's cousin Miro tells him that she's pregnant. Wow, this is great.
So I think the plot was like, he had to procreate with like
our
girl or something, yeah. Well, and like they were like magic. So at the end of the day, like rescue the princess and then copulate with her, and then children would be like star children, so they would grow up. I don't think he ever got with the children. That might be in the sequel, just because they had to. I'm guessing.
Ooh, but this is hot and heavy.
I could be making this up. I don't know.
This is
that's just
all right. So that's a definite smash. So
passing on that, won't be watching more. Shonen Aigeibei pass. We got a maid comedy. What's this next one? The Vampire Store pass. Oh, this next one, Shonen sports martial arts. It's like sumo dudes. I pass on that.
Sounds pretty gay.
It might not even be gay, but I think it'll be like Kuroko. What's the volleyball one?
Gay.
Where they're not gay, but like they're big in the shoujo or fujoshi communities.
I can't watch sports animes. They're so boring. Like same with like most sports games. Like if you want to watch football on TV or you want to watch somebody play basketball, just go play basketball. Go do the sports. Like go do something. Like don't never go into
like
a fireball or something. Yeah, exactly. Well, speaking of dumb sports shooting lightning, there's an Inazuma 11 coming out. Which is that soccer one. No, I tried to play the games, but there's just too much text. Like it took me literally took me like 45 minutes to get to soccer game. I was like, I wanted this to be more like Mario Soccer. I wanted to like hear a little bit of dialogue, play the game. I've talked about this so much before, but you need to get into gameplay as soon as possible to see if I even like it. I don't want a story and exposition like characters I don't care about, and the problem is I don't know if I like the game to care about these characters, so I skip through it all. And then if I do like it, I'll end up having to go back and like figure out what's going on because I had to skip through all that to just play the stupid game. Anyway,
yeah. Well, I mean, just to tie that off, I want to echo the sentiment. And like the worst part in particular is like, I tried the same thing. I got 40 minutes of dialogue into the game, and then I fought first battle. I realized, wait a minute, I don't like soccer, so it really just ruined the whole experience.
I could see how that would do that, yeah. A lot of different new ones we've got. Oh, here we go, Tom. We got an Idol Master one coming up.
No, I don't like Idol Master.
So we actually have something continuing this season, Banana Fish, which is based off the J.D. Salinger a pedophile, basically. I don't think it's any.
What?
So J.D. Salinger wrote a book. It's A Perfect Day for Banana Fish, which was basically a short story about a guy who is a war vet, and he comes back and he has this attraction to children that is questionable. And I think in the end he kills himself at the beach. But
Is this actually based on that?
yeah, it is. But it is. This is about like kingdoms and or something. I'm not entirely. I don't know idea what it's about.
I've never heard of it before.
It's named after that. It's from J.D. Salinger, who did Catcher in
I've
the
heard
Rye.
of him before, but I mean, I've
okay.
never heard of the anime before.
Yeah, I hadn't either until I went through and did it. We've got also a bunch of what difference between an OVA and an ONA?
I don't know, man.
What does it even stand for?
Oh, okay. So I know OVAs are an incomplete package, right? OVAs, they call them OVA, in the industry. So it's like OVAs are incomplete, but then ONAs are wholes. So I think that's where the difference is.
Oh my, that's the worst thing I've ever heard. I can't believe I walked right into it. That's like getting hit like the Ligma and Bofa at the same time.
Yeah. All right, and where can they find us? That was a great episode.
Yeah, why not? Like, that's great.
OVA is like official video animation, maybe? Who knows? Or original, probably. I don't know. I think they're movie, and then maybe ONA is like.
OVAs are like specials where they're not necessarily movies, but they're like they're like extra episode. My anime list, they have 2 sections. They have ONAs and OVAs, and a special thing for movies and a different thing for specials. So I have no idea what the difference is. We should have probably known before we go into this, but who knows? This is a learning experience. We get to sit here and we get to learn a lot as we do.
I want to hit up another one real quick. If you scroll up, it's called Jingai-san no Yome. This sounds terrible. Until one day he's told that to become the wife of a mysterious creature called Ki. This is the start of their married life. What the heck, man?
And you said save it for the trap episode, appropriate. Gender benders are gayer than traps. There's
this
also
isn't even a gender bender, dude.
I know,
like
but it's like a role reversal. There's also one where this is a common thing. There's a manga where a dude died and he gets brought back to life by an alien, but in a female body to be the dude's wife. It's like, that's super gay.
200% super gay.
Yeah, it's gayer than like gay sex. Like, something about it, like, it's gay on an emotion is like really super feminine. Like
talk about emotion. I'm kind of gay.
Like, it's really weird. And then I haven't read this one, but I see the cover pop up all the time. It's like, I am, and it's like he gender bends into his own wife or something in the like, I think this is what it is. Like, in the future he goes back in time and becomes a girl and marries himself or something. Super gay. Super gay. Like, it's like, can't stand it.
Seems weird.
That's so that's a definite smash for you, right?
Oh,
you're gonna be watching that.
Pass. I won't even watch a commercial for it.
We're looking at the OVAs now. We've got a ReZero, which is the Sword Art Online that I think of. That's basically.
I think that's the one where he gets reincarnated.
Probably, yeah. I think that's literally the one that I get confused with Sword Art Online. I really can't tell them apart. I don't know.
I don't know anything about ReZero, but I think ReZero is the one with Felix, that popular cat.
No, isn't Felix a Fate Stay Night character?
No, that's Astolfo.
Oh, well, you know more than I do, so.
Oh, I'm preparing for episode 100. Well, no, because ReZero is in the same magazine as Antarctica Girl, so I see it all the time.
So you read it every week? Okay.
Oh, no, I've never read it once.
We've got another OVA. We've got Ko Uso OVA, which is it's like a romance one. Too much. See, I don't like the romance and drama. I like the rom-com ones. I want lighthearted. I want things that uplift me. In the drama where it's like, oh God, it's just awful. I'm just remembering all the bad ones. But anyway. I keep seeing clips of Sobase, or however you, Sobase, BC, however you pronounce it.
Yeah, I've seen it around. I don't know what it is.
I don't know anything about it either, but I've seen clips on like Facebook and things like that from meme pages, things like that. So it's trying to get me to watch it, but probably won't.
It looks like just 3 young girls and maybe slice of life kind of stuff.
Well, I know something that everybody's gonna like is the Dragon Ball Super movie brought out.
Oh shoot! Yeah, when is December 14th?
Yeah, so that should be neat.
I'm gonna watch that.
Oh hey, look, Raven thing.
There's like a million Eureka 7s. More than just the first. Yeah, I have no idea what any of them are.
I don't know either. That's really weird. But I remember really liking that at when I was younger. That was one of the first animes that I watched all the way through. That was a great one.
Yeah, I never finished it, but I like the idea of like a little surfboard thing.
There's Godzilla 3, the animation. So this is the third Godzilla anime.
I've never been into Godzilla. I don't think I've
No.
ever seen a single movie or cartoon or anything.
I have a buddy that was really into Godzilla. That's all. That's the thing of it.
That's,
That was weird at the time because I was like, I don't know anybody. That was like his way of being a weeaboo, I guess.
Oh,
An acceptable weeaboo.
that's not. I guess I don't know. If you look a few, that's more the kind of Godzilla.
Now, do you know Synopsis? But do you want to explain to the film what that's going to be like?
I can only guess. It looks like Monster Girls, but out of actual like. Let's see. I have to kind of like get closer here. Yeah, I don't know. I can't even make heads or tails out what the picture is, but
Well, we'll have to keep
Monster Girls,
updated on what
so-
that'll be.
I'm sure it's ultimate trash. But if you're into that, then I think that'll be right up your alley.
Speaking of Steingate, there's a special coming out, an unaired episode with the release.
Yeah, that's another show, just like with Golden Kamuy, where but then I just like missed a week and I haven't finished it yet.
Oh, and this is really weird. A Yu Yu Hakusho special. Special
yeah,
will
that's
cover
kinda cool.
the two-shot bonus chapter from the manga 7th volume. Interesting. And it's always great to have a bunch of different options to pick for your in-flight movie. It's on demand. We might as well just pop up some Netflix here.
Become normies. I don't know. You know, I'm scrolling back through the list, and I think there's only like 3 that I'll end up watching, which is the normal.
Yeah, that's definitely more than what I would normally
I think
watch.
that's the absolute state of seasonal. You know, there's so many so few worth any amount of time.
Well, there's so many like YouTubers who talk about this thing where, I mean, and it's most things are garbage.
Yeah, sad but true.
Speaking-
Hey, the next season will have JoJo. So you know, this one's supposed to have JoJo.
I guess not. Winter.
No, because it's October. It's
Uh,
October 5th. It's JoJo, dude. We didn't even talk about JoJo, the only anime worth.
I didn't even see it.
Why? Because I noticed it was on the last weekend. I don't know why it's there. I think because episode 1 aired at like thing.
I see.
So I guess my anime list considered it to be part of this last season. Dang. Yeah, well, you need to go watch JoJo, and if you're not ready for part 5 yet, go watch parts 1 through 4.
I don't know. Okay, you're sitting back. You're like, oh my god, this is riveting content. I need more of this. If you need more of this, you need to open up your podcast app and whatever you get your RSS feeds on, and search for The Flight Plan. You can find us at anchor.fm/The Flight Plan, which has a dash in between each space. You can find us on YouTube. I think we also trade some videos for hentai, and if you type in the word scanlation, some for both.
Scanlation. No, there's a niche. Mention your like furry hentai dojins. You know, because I think
With the
the
diaper-
people will pay.
They
I'll
do, yeah.
Throw that out. I would sell my soul for shekels.
The dude from VG Cats have stopped doing all comics, and he just does porn of his characters now.
No, that's sad.
I mean, he's making like triple the money.
I know, but it's sad from like a selling out perspective.
Well, I don't know.
Good
Maybe
for
that's
him
what he owes.
financially, but think better of people.
On gab.ai/I for you. I think
Gab.
that hit that like
Don't
tells you
forget,
when they're there.
you can also find us on bigguys.com.
Bigguys.com. You can find us on lemonparty.org.
Right though, because I have no idea. It kind of would ruin the joke if it's
Well-
not something funny.
Well, I don't even. I mean, is it a website? Have you checked? I don't know.
No, I haven't. I just
See if
thought
the
of it right
domain
now,
is
so-
available. Let's go buy the domain.
Not a bad idea.
I'm CEO of bigguys.com. Like, ooh.
For all your big guy needs. There it is. But,
You can also leave,
yeah, so that's. No, I was gonna say a little crash podcast, but if you have more shilling to do
I don't.
on our plane, no survivors then.
Oh, you can also buy your bombs for the planes through the Amazon link description.
Oh, bombs maybe.
I'm
Yeah.
talking about. I'm talking about Minecraft TNT.
Okay, talking about bombs from a bomb factory.